needs a title, don't you think? Very regal sounding, De La Hoya. What patience he shows down there, but you were saying earlier that patience doesn't always cut it in amateur-style boxing.
No, you really have to be active and throw a lot of punches, and it isn't always the big banger like De La Hoya is, who wins amateur fights. I do believe he probably did enough to win this fight, although stranger things have happened. We've seen some very bizarre decisions. We, of course, will have the decision in this fight. But right now, I think we really saw two very good amateur fighters, and I think De La Hoya, at 18 years of age, really showing himself to be something, and a guy that you can really look forward to having some very fine moments, both as an amateur and as a professional. We'll have the decision after this. For De La Hoya, and
experienced and good amateur. So let's go up and get the decision.
In this 132-pound division bout, the judge's decision, the winner on points, 37-6. In the red corner, Oscar De La Hoya.
His dad is happy, as are many of these partisans.
Well, people around the sport of boxing these days are singing the praises of an 18-year-old from East Los Angeles by the name of Oscar De La Hoya. He doesn't remember the last time he lost. Here's the story from Adrian Karsten.
Sunrise. Time of the day when most of the world is just waking up. Time of the day when one 17-year-old high school senior has already been training for 2 hours in a world of his own. In just another hour, Oscar De La Hoya must be ready to go to school. In just another year, he must be ready to take on the world. He's currently America's best hope for a boxing medal at the '92 Olympic Games in Spain.
There's not too many 17-year-olds who wake up at 4:30 in the morning and don't go out on weekends. Instead of going out, they train, or after school, they go to the gym. I mean, there's not too many.
The serenity of the sunrise can't disguise the sometimes violent reality of Oscar's neighborhood in East L.A. 1 week before we met him, Oscar was held up at gunpoint by one of the area's most feared gangs. But Oscar's not afraid to fight back. In fact, he's ready to wage war single-handedly. He wants to beat the bad reputation and perception people have of East L.A., not necessarily with his fists, but with perhaps a much more effective weapon. A dream.
The description of the dream is for an East LA youngster to make it to the Olympics. And I would say I'm going to do it for all the public. Too many people criticize East LA as being too violent, and I think I could change all that with my appearance and me winning the gold medal.
This dream of Oscar's has his opponents staying awake at night. But his family never lost any sleep over Oscar's ambitions in an amateur career that started at age 6.
He asked me a few times, "Pop, you want to box?" And sometimes he was wearing gloves, and the gloves up to here, you know, big gloves. I say, "Oscar, what you doing?" He said, "I want to box." Okay, I just go and hit the bag.
Oscar De La Hoya has rung up an amateur record of 196-4. He hasn't lost a fight in the last 4 years. Well, the trainers down here at the Resurrection Gym say Oscar may actually have to lose a few to get better. Just so happens that right now, Oscar is dealing with the biggest loss of his life.
In early November, before she could share in the most important part of her son's life, Oscar's mother lost her own life to cancer.
She told my boy, "Don't stop. If you want to win a medal, you know, try harder and do it for everybody, not just for me."
Those words that she said, it really hit me hard. And I mean, I thought about it that, I mean, I'm going to do it for her. And her saying those words, I mean, nothing's going to stop me from winning that gold medal. Whatever it takes, I'm going to do it.
It's been his dream since he was 6 years old. And Oscar believes that his mother still shares in the dream of her little boy. She won't be there to get him up early in the morning. Now, Oscar has to do that by himself. But at that time of day, when Oscar's in that world of his own, perhaps he won't be all alone.
Great story. Thanks, Adrian. Incidentally, there was a post-mortem to all of that. East Los Angeles, where Oscar grew up, or is still growing up, very tough neighborhood. But he also found out when he was held up at gunpoint, as Adrian mentioned, that there's also a respect in the hood.
Oh, a humongous respect for this guy in tough East L.A. Not too long after he was held up, they returned his wallet. They must have taken a look at the ID card. They returned the wallet intact with $150 in it. They didn't return the camera, though, but...
Well, what's in a picture?
I can't ask for everything.
But that is a real respect. Oscar De La Hoya, and I'll tell you what, he is as good as you're going to see in amateur boxing. Adrian Carson mentioned it. He may be our best hope for a medal, but there should be a whole lot of medals. Let's watch him now with Al and Ray.